So we're going to be tackling something pretty important, something that could save you a lot of headache when working on your project. Today we'll be discussing CSS box sizing. This is a property that affects how your elements will be sized throughout your website. Understanding how the box model works will help you understand this a bit better, and I should have a video that talks about it in more detail, which should pop up right now. But to give you a basic rundown on it, is that we have the content area over here, which is the text that you see, and then we have the padding around that if we had any, and then the border around that, and then the margin that we don't see but is there. What box sizing basically does is that it allows us to include the padding and border to the total width and height of our element. As you can see on the right here, I've got two boxes. I've given them the same class of box and then given them the same width and height. This bottom one is for reference and the top one is the one we'll be working on today. Now by default, most browsers have a box sizing value of content box. And what this does is that even though we have a total width of 500 pixels and a total height of 300 pixels, if we added any kind of border or padding to it, this would change the size entirely and add more on top of that. So what I'll do is I'll target our first box over here by targeting box 1, and then over here we will add a padding of 10 pixels. And now if I save that, what you'll notice is that the box itself gets bigger. So now we have a padding of 10 pixels everywhere. Our width and height were originally 500 pixels and 300 pixels. But now that we've added 10 pixels to the top and bottom and the left and right, we have a new total of 520 pixels for our width over here and a new total of 320 pixels for our height. We can go even further by adding a border around this. So I think 20 pixels and a solid style and then red. Now if I save that, you can tell that this makes our box much bigger than the dimensions we had earlier. This can cause issues where you need to do a lot of math and it becomes complex when you have to work with a lot of elements on your website, which is something we don't need. So the solution to this is to simply change our box sizing value for our whole website. The best thing to do is to go at the top of your CSS and then use the universal selector. And then right over here, we change the box sizing from content box to border box. Now before I save this now means that our padding over here and the border will now be included in our total width and height that we had. After saving this, you should notice that the box stays the same dimension that we have over here and now just includes the padding and the border inside instead of outside and making it bigger than it should be. This helps you save time without having to do any extra math or wondering if the styles you've applied affect your elements in any odd ways. But that is pretty much about it when it comes to box sizing. Hopefully this information proved to be quite helpful. And if you do have any questions, you can leave them down below and I will answer as best as I can. With that, I'll see you guys in the next one.